welcome back. This is the fourth video in my 7-video series on the 7 modes of our major key. Today we're going to be covering our fourth mode, Lydian. Lydian is a major scale, but it's going to have a sharp 4. It's going to have Fi instead of Fa. In all of our previous videos, we've been looking at these modes through C major being our starting point, C Ionian as our home base for all of these modes. So what that means is today we're going to be looking at C, D, E, F, Lydian, because F is going to be the fourth note of the C major scale. So therefore today we're going to be looking at F Lydian. But remember, if we had a different home base, instead of C major, if we had a different starting place, we could have different types of Lydian modes, right? But again, today, just to keep this consistent through the theory that we've been using in our previous lessons, we're looking at F Lydian. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by playing F Lydian, but I'm going to sing the solfege in relationship to C major, meaning I'm going to be starting on Fa instead of starting on Do. So it's going to sound like this. Fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa. So right there, what I just did is I played F Lydian, but I sang the solfege in relationship to C major. Now I'm going to play F Lydian, but I'm going to sing the solfege in relationship to F. So I'm going to be starting on Do now instead of Fa. Do, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. So that is going to be the sound of Lydian. Lydian is a really beautiful sounding scale. It has a very ethereal, kind of like dreamlike sound to it. It's a really, it's a wonderful scale to get into our fingers and to get into our ear. Today, just like with the videos previously in this series, we're going to look at the construction of the scale, so the notes that are in there like we've been looking at, and we're also going to look at the chords that we can get from Lydian. So if we are in F Lydian in this case, the notes are going to be F, G, A, B, C, D, E, back to F. If we are going to go through that same process that we've been going through in previous videos where we keep a note, skip a note, keep a note, skip a note, keep a note to extract harmony, it's going to give us this order of chords. So keep, skip, keep, right? We're looking at triads right now, 3-note chords, major, minor, diminished chords. What that's going to give us in Lydian, in F Lydian, is this order of chords. Our 1 chord is going to be a major chord, a major triad. Our 2 chord is going to be a major chord. Our 3 chord is going to be a minor chord. Our 4 chord is going to be diminished. Our 5 chord is going to be major. Our 6 chord is going to be minor. And our 7 chord is going to be minor as well. So that's our order of chords in Lydian as triads, as 3-note major, minor, or diminished chords. Major, major, minor, diminished, major, minor, minor, and then we'd get back to where we started. So that's our order of triads. Now let's take a look and let's go 1 note further. Let's add in a 4th note into the equation. So now instead of keep, skip, keep, we're just going to go 1 further. Skip a note, keep another note. What that's going to give us now is 4-note 7th chords. So these 7th chords could be major 7 chords, minor 7 chords, they could be dominant 7 chords, half diminished chords. And what we know at this point from going through our modes is that we're going to have the same cycle of chords, the same cycle of triads, the same cycle of 7th chords, but now we're starting on essentially what would be, if this is where we're starting, this is Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian. We're starting a few ticks over on that clock face. Same order of chords, but everything's skewed slightly. So we're going to start with our 1 chord goes from being a major triad to a major 7th chord. Our 2 chord is going to go from a major triad to dominant 7th chord. Our 3 chord goes from minor to minor 7th. Our 4 chord goes from diminished to half diminished, or minor 7th flat 5. Our 5 chord goes from major to major 7. Our 6 chord goes from minor to minor 7. And our 7 chord does the same thing, goes from minor, a minor triad, to a minor 7th chord. So that order, again, is going to be our 1 is a major 7th, our 2 is a dominant 7th, our 3 is a minor 7th, our 4 is going to be half diminished now, or minor 7 flat 5, our 5 is going to be major 7th, our 6 is going to be minor 7th, and our 7 is going to be minor 7th as well. So that is our order of 7th chords in Lydian. Again, Lydian is a major scale, but it just has a sharp 4, a raised 4th. So because of that, what's very interesting is instead of having fa, do, re, mi, fa, we have do, re, mi, fi. It's quite an obvious distinction to be able to pick out with our ear. Our 4th and our 5th, that relationship is so core to music. Those relationships of resolving in that way are what pull our ear through music. So when we hear that raised 4th, it really sticks out like a sore thumb. And again, it gives us a really beautiful sounding scale and mode that we can use in very interesting ways. I hope this video was helpful. Stick around for the next one. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you there.